Good day and welcome back to the Family Cyber Clinic, where we discuss all things cyber. We also strive on this channel to reveal the security threats that are lurking around families, especially around our kids, as we all engage on the internet. I made a decision after uploading the last 3 videos, the online pornography, the sexting video, the cyberbullying video. Click on the info card if you want to digest the very useful information shared in those videos. You know, I made the decision that it would be useful for a season in the clinic to focus on practical tutorials that will actually show us how to take care of ourselves in 2019. So I'm starting with this one, and I'm hoping that you'll be as excited as I am as you listen on. You see, most of us spend hours on end on these little gadgets called smartphones. A phone was designed as a tool, but it has since become a distraction. Phone addiction is a real problem. We have virtually seen an erosion of traditional values such as face-to-face engagements in our society today. A lot of discussions about our digital well-being have been going on behind the scenes to address the real problem of over-engagement on our smartphones. Another term that is making the rounds in digital technology is a term called minimalism. And according to the Break the Twitch initiative, it is how we reduce distractions in our lives so we can do more of the things that matter, like spending more time with our family and friends. Digital well-being is a term used by health professionals, researchers, and device manufacturers to describe the concept that when we interact with technology, the experience should support our physical and mental health in a measurable way. It should promote healthy use of technology and be able to assist us in maintaining a healthy lifestyle. There are huge possibilities and potential benefits. A few of them are limiting screen time, reducing eye strain, being aware of unforeseen mental health impacts, increasing emphasis on physical activity and nutrition, and lastly, but not least, supporting healthy sleep patterns. Okay, so the clinic has found tools that will help us along the way. Interestingly, in our day, not that old, but in our day, if you needed help to work on a bad habit, like excessive phone use, you simply hit the phone or gave it to someone you were accountable to, asking them not to give it to you until a specified date or time. But in 2019, technology has found a way to help. There are various tools that have been created to increase digital well-being for our young ones, and I've shared that on some of the videos. Again, if you click on the info card and view those videos, you find them. But a few of them are Custodio, Kids Locks, Google Digital Wellbeing, Digital Balance, Screen Time, etc. The clinic will be focusing this week on Google's Digital Wellbeing offering. This is currently available on Google Pixel 3 and any Android phone with iOS 9.1 and above. It's called Android Pie. Android 9 has a version called Digital Balance, which has the same intentions. So I'll provide links in the description to the other tools for your use later on, okay? The standout one for me, obviously, is Google's underrated digital well-being offering. And the good news is that we don't have to pay a penny for it. It's free. So in the video today, I'll show you the options that are available in Google's digital well-being feature, okay? Apple have a similar offering, and it's called Screen Time, and it does a similar thing. Okay, so let's go to settings on our Android phone. Okay, so you scroll down. Yeah, so you go to settings, You scroll down and select Digital Wellbeing, and voila, there's your app or feature. You should know that it does not show up in your typical app drawer. You find it by going to settings as shown. Okay? It shows you all the apps you have opened on your phone and for how long. The ones you spend a significant amount of time on will take up a large part of the chart or pie, as you can see. Mine is TubeBuddy, and as I spend a lot of time improving the channel. That's my excuse. What's yours? Okay, so armed with this information, you can decide what you should do about it. And I'm hoping, like me, you'd want to do something about it. For some of us, it will be Facebook. For some, Snapchat. For others, Instagram or Twitter. For many of us, it will be YouTube, WhatsApp, Netflix, etc. I'm certain we would agree as parents and young folk that this is not sustainable. I've already shared a video on the dangers. Please see the info card for more information. In the Google Digital Wellbeing app, you're able to set timers for your apps. You can set daily timers for most apps. When the app ends, the app is paused for the rest of the day. Of course, I'm aware that some of us need to have this excessive access to these apps and do so within reason. You're not the ones this video is targeting. The video is for those who spend so much time on these little gadgets and either know or someone has told them that they need to slow down, and they now agree that something has to be done about it. Okay, so let's look at the options. Let's go back to the Digital Wellbeing app. Okay, so you can see the first one there. You see usage dashboards. This is integrated into the Android OS and helps track how many hours you spend on different apps or websites. Okay, you see another one, app timers. This one will help you limit how many minutes or hours you spend on certain websites or applications per day. This can also be used to restrict access after a certain time of the day. And this is my favorite, Google's flip to shh. I was dying to do that. Okay, this is a feature that helps you switch your device to do not disturb mode whenever it's placed screen down. The next one, Google's wind down. And this one is a feature that flips your screen to grayscale at a specified time in the night. I go further to explain grayscale. This is built into Android and indeed Apple phones. You see, our emotions and attention are tied to color perception. So when these colors are removed from our phones, we are less excitable and are able to spend less time on our phones as a result. Now, I chose to add this feature to the end. It's called Night Light, and I'm sure many of us have seen it. This is a feature on our smartphones that changes the screen light to orange, a color that relaxes and encourages sleep. This means that at a certain time of the evening, you're not looking at so much blue light, which doesn't facilitate or encourage sleep. Too much blue light is not good for us, we've been told. Okay, so you find that if you set this up, if you set the Google Digital Wellbeing, you'd be on your way, to making subtle and in many cases significant changes to the amount of time you and I spend on our phones or tablets. And hopefully you can reinvest the time gained spending it with your families and friends. Okay, so I know I've spent a lot of time speaking about digital well-being. So in the description, you see some information about all the other options, but they'll be brief because I've already shared on other videos. Like we do each week. You see, I seem to be using the clinic news section to inform us about scams, and there are just many of them. Perhaps I will continue the trend until things really change. And today we're going to tell you about a scam that is rife again. Apparently, you have fraudsters calling the UK pretending to represent Talk. Maybe some of you already know this, but others may not, so we're sharing it in the clinic today. The fraudsters, who appear to be based in call centers in the Far East, are known to make a number of false claims. Some of those claims are: there's a problem with your internet. There's a problem with your router. A file downloaded onto your computer needs deleting. There's a virus on your computer. You are experiencing technical issues. And then they go on and ask you a series of questions before requesting you to carry out a number of tasks. These tasks are designed to provide them with remote access to your computer. Obviously, once you've provided it, they can now steal your personal information, your financial information, your username and passwords. They can also be quite persuasive and aggressive on the phone at times. The advice from the clinic is that you should always put the phone down. If you can do it politely, we will encourage that. But with the aggression and all that, sometimes it can't be helped. But you must put the phone down. Never provide remote access to any cold caller. Of course, if you've been affected by this scam, please report it to Action Fraud using the number showing on your screen just now. Okay? Our PowerPoint for this week. Look carefully then how you walk, not as unwise, but wise, making the best use of the time, for the days are evil. I'm your host, Cyber Pastor Lawrence Edem. Until next week, God bless and goodbye.